Staff of Reddit, have you ever had a man use the safe word drink escape and how often does it happen? 1. I have had this happen in a venue I managed in Melbourne. The lady in question became very forward, slightly abusive and threatening. The gentleman was obviously concerned for himself and did not like the way the date had progressed. We booked him a taxi and walked him out a back exit whilst he was going to a toilet. I spoke to the lady and covered his half of the bill. She became hysterical, paid and then left. There was a huge power imbalance. 2. I used to bartend for a gay bar. One night I had a group of guys who seemed to be having a great time. After another round of shots, one sticks behind at the bar and asks for an angel shot. I bring him behind the bar and into the office. He was with a couple co-workers and their friends. He knew the co-workers were gay and would be taking him to a gay bar, but apparently things started to get out of hand when they started trying to molest him. I tell him he can chill in the back room for as long as he needed. He hands me a handful of crumpled ones and asks for a burger. We didn't really serve food besides shitty bar snacks, so I hand him back his money and give him a couple bags of chips. About half an hour later, I go to check on him and notice that he's really fucked up. To the point where he can't even talk. Definitely drugged with something. Luckily all his asshole friends were still there drinking, so I called the cops. He's rushed away in an ambulance immediately. I shut the bar down so the cops and I can go through the security footage. We managed to catch 2 of the guys he's with putting some powder into his beer. Both of them were arrested. The other 2 were somewhere else at the time and were let go. 3. Disclaimer. Where is Angela is a scheme to get people out of dodgy dates in the UK. This happened to me. A man came up to the bar and said, "Hi there. Do you know where Angela is?" I wasn't sure I'll heard him right, so I replied, "Sorry, what was that?" He then repeated, "Do you know where Angela is?" whilst giving me a funny look with his eyes. We had just had a new starter at the company called Angela who was working in the kitchen. The bar I worked at is in a restaurant. The fact he referred to her by name and his facial expression made me think he was a friend and spouse of hers. But he was unsure if she was working today or that he was at the right restaurant. I told him I'd check the back for her. She was in the kitchen, so I went back to the bar and told him to follow me. I then pointed him towards Angela and he glanced over to her and said, "Oh, right, cheers," and then ran out of the fire escape next to her, one of those ones with a bar to open, setting a loud alarm off. My manager came running in asking what was wrong and I told him what had happened. My manager stopped the alarm and informed me that "Where's Angela" is a new scheme the police have brought in, but he hadn't got round to telling us. I told my manager that it would have been nice to have been informed.